So as you can see, we're using this router in conjunction with a 30mm guide bush, and as you can see. And what I'm going to show you in a minute is there's two really important things you have to remember with this jig, okay? It comes with a set of instructions, okay? Now this set of instructions, us tradesmen, we've probably normally thrown it in the bin by now, do get them back out. A couple of really key important things. As with any jig, we need to align the cutter up, okay? It's quite simply put in like a top hat in, put it inside and line it up. What we're going to do is look and refer to another video. There is another video, there'll be a link on here. Do look to how to centralize your cutter. It is so important, okay? The other thing that's also key importance is for you guys that know about router cutters, is this cutter is a 4mm downward spiral twin fluted cutter. So as you can see, it's very thin, but it's cobalt steel, HSSE cobalt steel. It's extremely strong. If you was to take that and hammer that into thermalite, it's not going to break, okay? Very strong. However, the cutter is rated to about 20,000 RPM, but you don't want to run it through timber at 20,000 RPM. On this trend router, it goes up from 1 to 5, it is, yeah, 5, just over 5. Back it right the way down to 2, maybe just slightly under. If not, you'll reduce the lifetime of the cutter, you will start burning it, and if you push too hard, especially in oak, you'll probably snap it. So if you're snapping cutters, it's because you've not read the instructions, you're running it too hard. We do two types. We're doing an 8mm shank and we're doing a 1/4 inch shank, so you can use it in your smaller routers, in your T5s for example. As long as you've got a 30mm guide bush, you can run it. Now personally, I like the 8mm shank. Brilliant cut, and I prefer the slightly heavier weight of a 1/2 inch router. Just takes less chatter out. So you're going to say, if the 8mm is better, if a 1/2 inch is better, why make one for a 1/4 inch? Well, future proofing. And the reason we're thinking about future proofing is because given the progress over recent years with battery technology, I don't reckon it's going to be too long before we start seeing decent 1/4 inch routers on the market. And as soon as we've got a decent 1/4 inch router, then all of a sudden we've got a complete cordless system for guys to take on site. No pat testing, no leads, no power going down, a cordless solution. So how does this fit into our work kit? Well, as you can see, we're set up. It happens to be one particular brand of leg stand, but it will fit on any leg stand. To do that, all we need some adapters. You'll either need the manufacturer's, in this way case we've got these yellow ones, we need the manufacturer's saw stand adapters, and what we can order is from an accessory from Trend, is we need these the saw stand adapter kits, okay? Now what happens is these have little recessed points, they're machined on the top to sit in the drill holes and the slots in the machine, and they also raise and they will lower, and on the slots they will move backwards and forwards. Well, as you can see, once set up, it'll take you 20 minutes, one time only. As you can see, I click them on and that's my jig set. So why do we want to raise and lower it, and why do we want to move it? Well, that is simply so that we can line up, where you've seen we've been pushing our piece of material, we can line up the fence of the saw and the fence of the Scribe Master jig, and also we can line up the bed of the saw with the bed of the Scribe Master jig. That is really important because now it's a complete part of your system. So we can take our timbers, we can bring them across the saw, put it all in, rest assured that everything is all in a line, and you're not moving timber around, it's not separate. It's so important that you understand it's all part of your existing setup.